Welcome back to the PM Podcast. I'm Aaron, this is Blake.
How you doing?
And today, we haven't got a chance to sit down, talk with you guys, and drink some alcohol, so we are just chilling today, man.
Chilling like a villain.
We got Angry Balls, what we call them.
Angry Balls.
Or Angry Jack or something like that. I don't know what they're called. But these are Angry Orchards, and then there's like 2.5 shots of Apple Jack Daniels in there. You cannot taste the Apple Jack Daniels.
No, you cannot. Not at all.
It is dangerous. Like, we drank it down to here, right? And then after that, you're supposed to fill the bottle all the way back up with, like, so you drink it down to about here for those of you watching, and then you fill it all the way back up with Jack. And you take it with your thumb and you flip it over and you drink it, and dude, you cannot taste the whiskey in it. It is scary.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
This is my first time trying the balls. Or whatever it's called.
Oh, I don't know what it's called. It's like Apple. Let's think of a name. It's Jack's Orchard.
Jack's Orchard.
Jack's Orchard.
Okay, I can go with that.
Because it's Angry Orchard, but it's Jack's Orchard.
Jack's.
Yeah, I like that.
Jack's Orchard.
Oh, man. So how you been, buddy?
It's Orchard. Jack Orchard.
The name's Orchard. Jack Orchard. Where are we? Oh, we're at the orchard. What orchard? Jack's Orchard.
Tastes pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's always angry for some reason.
Really... That's because everyone's drinking at freaking orchards.
I know, man. It's like, I can't supply it fast enough. Where's this thing out of? New York? Yeah, New York.
New York.
The South and the North combined.
Oh, yeah.
But
no, things are good.
Yeah?
Things are really good.
Stressing out a little bit?
Just finding a place to live. I wouldn't say stressing out, but it's getting to the point to where it's like...
You just want it to be over.
Yeah.
You're like, just stop.
It's like, can we just find a place and be done with it?
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I'm trying not to allow that to take away from the quality of what we're looking for.
Sure. Oh, you don't want to just find a place.
Because we almost did that the other day. So
really?
I'm so glad we didn't. So we stopped by and we're just looking for an apartment right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know most people say, it's like, oh, you should just buy a house. It's, it's like, it's better for, worth your money and all that. I'm like, I'm going to build my own house when I'm ready, kind of deal. Mm-hmm. I'm saving up for that. But anyways, we go to this apartment complex and the price, I would have to say the price is right on it.
Is it?
It was what we're looking for price-wise and everything. We're talking to him. The lady in the office was awesome. She was very, bent over backwards for us kind of deal. And she's like, yeah, so here's the keys. Like, just give me your driver's license. You guys can go check it out. I'm like, cool. We go in to check it out. And at this point, Betsy and I are just over looking at places because we've looked at probably every place around the areas.
Really?
I mean, we've been in so many different apartment complexes. If you want to know something about apartment complex, we probably know about it. I mean, it's ridiculous how many. But when we went in there, I was instantly turned off.
Why so? Or how so?
Well, the apartment that came available was not updated. So it was a older apartment. And, I mean, you could tell it was an older apartment by the stove alone.
Oh, man.
Nothing was updated.
Older than your previous apartment?
Oh, my gosh.
Really? It's like old school dials and, you had to see the actual,
It looked like on that 70s show, how the stoves were. It was almost like that.
Oh, my gosh.
It was probably just a tad bit newer than that.
It's we're talking, early 90s.
Probably.
Dang.
Probably. I don't know. It was bad, though, because I'm afraid I would start this up and something would start a fire or something. I don't know.
See, here's the thing. Okay, and I've already told you that okay, so I think I'm just gonna say on the podcast, I don't give a shit. I think you should look at Union Flats. Because the place where Ellen and I first lived.
Okay.
When we first got married. Well, together. We
can look at it.
You need to. Because it's a little pricey. I think their one bedrooms right now are almost $800 or if not more.
Okay.
For a one bedroom. So it is pretty expensive. But You have all the cable hookups already done. You don't have to have anything ran to your house. You just got to pay for whatever service you want, and it's already ready for you.
Sure.
And they have wood floors, granite countertops. It's all indoor access, so you don't have to like walk. You don't have to, your door is not outside. You actually get to go inside, and it's not exposed to anybody, just random. You have a security code to get inside the building.
Okay.
So like only you or Betsy or whoever like is you trust with that passcode can get in, and they change that passcode every 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So even if you haven't, even if you're not sure about someone that you've given that passcode, it changes anyway.
Fair enough.
Yeah. On top of that, you also get crazy amenities. They have a business center where you can have meetings and you can rent it out. And all you have to do is just tell people, hey, I'm going to be working in here from this time to this time. And they'll be like, okay. And they'll block it off for you. And it's a full-size conference room.
Nice.
So for you guys, that's super beneficial because you can literally have people come to you and you have a professional business setting.
Yeah. No, that's pretty good.
They have a gym, a basketball court.
Basketball court. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's a half basketball court. It's not a full court, but
Okay.
it's a half basketball court, pool, full size gym with all kinds of amenities, weights, treadmills, anything you want, and you're literally right off 161st Street. So Westfield's right there, Carmel's there, Fisher's is there. You're literally right in the center of everything. You're within walking distance to Kroger, so you don't have to drive.
Okay.
You can just walk right to Kroger and get your groceries and walk back. Parking is you don't have to pay for parking. It's just free parking.
You better not have to.
Yeah, it's free parking. They have their own lots that are for you guys. So I mean, it's a really, really nice apartment complex. And like I said, with utilities, you're probably paying close to $1,000, maybe a little bit less for an apartment.
Okay.
But with the location and all the amenities that they give you on top of just how high quality, like their standards for that place is insane. Like they want to make sure that your experience there is the best possible. And I think our electricity for the first month there was like 10, or what was it? Water or gas? Hey, Ellen.
Water is never more than 15 a month.
Yeah, water. And that's if if Ellen and I took a shower twice a day. Like $15 a month for water.
Nice.
It's insane. And electric was what?
It was no more than 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's still really, and it's an all electric apartment.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out then.
And the one we had a washer and dryer hookup inside, so you already have laundry in the apartment.
I was gonna say, it better. That's one thing that we
That it's hard
found
to find.
lot of I didn't realize a lot of places did not have the hookups.
Still don't have the
Yeah.
hookups. Yeah.
I didn't realize how good I had over at my old place.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, I was like, I didn't realize, but at the same time though, the washer and dryer that I did have sucked balls. It was bad. I mean, like, I couldn't even put a full load in the dryer. I had to go half each.
I can get you a good deal on some washer and dryers if you need them.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, so like this place, it's expensive, but I know it's a little above your budget. Because, okay, now we're talking about $1,000, $900, blah, 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 for an apartment. If you live in California, we realize these numbers are very small. But for Indiana, anything more than like $900, you're doing pretty nice around here. Like you're doing pretty well for yourself.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, if rent's $850 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you get a 18-month, and actually the longer you sign on, they'll lower it for you.
Sure.
Union Flats is one of the only places that do that.
Yeah, I mean, the only other place was where I did live.
Yeah.
They would do it for you as well. The only problem is that like they didn't have a lot of updated stuff, and I was still paying about $9 something.
That's stupid.
Yeah. But I mean, I couldn't pass it up because the guy that got it for us,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got a view for us, everything like that. But the apartment that we got, people were like lining up to try to get.
Ooh, jeez.
Which tells me, I'm like, if this is something that everyone's lining up to get, what the heck do the rest of them look like?
Yeah, true. That is a good point.
Because I mean, my apartment complex, like, it wasn't bad. You know, it was a pretty decent place.
It wasn't bad at all.
And it's not like I can't afford.
Your gym was kind of small, but other than that,
Yeah, that kind of blowed. But at the same time, it was like, you know, it's like you pay what you get for kind of deal.
true. But that's the other thing. You're paying less for more in Westfield.
Yeah, and I'm completely fine with that. I mean, I want the best bang for my buck, obviously. You know, it's like,
also
but
computers, printers. It's like a whole business center, basically.
good.
It's so cool, dude. Like they have okay. So their community area, how it's set up is you have a key card to it, so you can get in anytime you want. There's no closed hours. You can be there whenever you want. And it's where the leasing office is, but it's also the business center. And it's an open area, has like a fireplace, sitting area, some games off to the side. Like it's really, and you can have like, so I had a couple meetings there where it's like I'd have people come over and it was very professional because I was not at my apartment, but it was still like in a complex.
Yeah.
But it was in a business center of a complex. And it's like all leather chairs and shit. Like they really
Nice.
step their game up when it comes to that.
You'll
And then-
you'll have to send me the link to it when
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
when you
find
get a
it.
chance.
I'm gonna find it right now because, dude, it is so like. I think knowing you, I think you'd really appreciate it, just because, like, even if you're not interested in doing it because of the price, go check it out. Like, just go have a walkthrough tour or something,
Sure.
just to see it because the people there are really sweet. They're like, they do it. They do anything for people. Like, what's the girl you like, honey? Oh, she left? Oh, well, okay. There's like 3 people there that they were all sweethearts when we were there.
I was gonna say, is like, for me, I can afford 900 to 1,000 stuff like that just fine.
It's more about if you want, like, you're trying to save money where you can.
Yeah, it's like,
of course.
I'm being such a stickler right now when it comes to money that just because, like, right now, since we are paying for the wedding and everything like that.
Which at this point, your wedding's already
Yeah.
done. I do kind of want to see. I do want to see how different your life is after you're married. Like, see how you react or anything like that. You'll probably be happier.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
I'm definitely gonna be happier.
You'll be empty. You'll be empty.
I'm not gonna be all bottled up anymore.
No, dude, you're gonna be like, so at your reception. I don't think are you gonna have like let anybody speak because you're gonna have a lot of people there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have the best man speech, and then
Well, you gotta have the best man speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's gonna be my oldest brother.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my only brother.
Your older brother.
Yeah, so he's my best man, and then I'm gonna have someone who I also grew up with, one of my best friends as well. That's in the wedding. I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna ask him to give a speech too.
Okay.
The only reason for it is because I want people to hear the family side and then the friend side.
Fair
Because
enough.
those are going to be 2 different perspectives.
Very different stories.
Yeah.
So,
Completely 2 different.
if I gave a speech, you know what mine would be?
What?
I know what it would be. So if you asked me to speak, I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say, "All right, guys. First of all, I'm Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
I'm one of Blake's good friends. We do a show together, and on YouTube. And he asked me to give a little speech. And so I've always been told that the speech is supposed to be as long as he's gonna last tonight. So let's raise a glass. Cheers.
And that's exactly why you're not going to get the speech.
I wouldn't say that. That
is pretty good, though.
It's funny. I wouldn't say that because I actually have a lot more to say about you, and because you're nice and like you're a good human, and I'd have a lot to say. But it'd be funny as hell.
That would be funny
if I said that.
The only thing I would say to that is please don't. Like, as funny as it would be to me and my family,
right? It would not be funny to hers at all.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Are they very conservative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. They are amazing people. I mean, absolutely amazing. They do anything for you. But at the other end of it, they are very conservative, and I respect that.
Oh, sure. No, I
To
mean,
where like
you have to respect somebody's way of like you don't have to agree with it, but you have to respect it.
I was nervous about them meeting my family.
Really?
Yeah.
Because your family's not really conservative at all.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a few that
you
are-
have values, but
Yeah.
it's not like
we we hug that line very very much.
you ride the fence. You don't really jump on either side. You just kind of like walk that nice little
Yeah.
the gray area.
That's it. We're the gray family when it comes down to it. But no, I mean my family likes to party. They like to dance and whatnot, drink, but that's about it. Like no drugs or anything like that.
Are you
So-
having alcohol at your wedding?
Yeah, we'll probably just have like beer and wine.
Is it BYOB or are you actually having like a open like a
I wish it'd be BYOB.
or you have like an open bar?
I'm gonna try to do an open bar.
Oh, nice.
So we'll pick some certain wines, maybe buy a couple kegs and say, hey, it's like when this is out, we're done.
We're done. Yeah. Couple cake. You might have to buy like 4 or 5 if you're having 200 people there.
275 is what we're planning on.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Blake. We're going to dive into Blake's wedding a little bit more in just a sec because this is pre-wedding, which is actually coming out in October, but he's already married at this point. So when this episode comes out, he will have already been married. But we're going to dive into his like psyche before the wedding, and then we're going to have another episode where we touch it afterwards. So before we get into that, though, I want to let you know that the PM podcast is supported by Circle City Tent. They stick it where the sun shines and provides you the highest quality window tint for the price. Now starting at just $169.99, they will tint your full car with any shade they have, and they will give you a lifetime warranty. With 2 locations here in Indianapolis, one in Castleton, one on the east side over on East Washington Street, give them a call to see what all they have to offer. 317-788-8468 or go to their website, www.circlecitytent.com. Ever hate those blistering summers and those really frigid winters? Well, with Circle City Tent's Arctic Start remote starts, keep your car in the perfect climate no matter the weather. They will do a remote start for you starting at just $249.99, once again covered by that wonderful lifetime warranty on labor and the parts, which is unheard of for most places around here. They really do guarantee their quality of work, and they do a fantastic job. Blake's had his done there. I've had mine done there. It's a wonderful place to go. Give them a call, 317-788-8468 about all they have to offer, or go to circlecitytent.com. Also, if you guys want a 15% off coupon, go to thepottymouthshow.com/CCT and download that now. Offer is only valid for the first 48 hours, so make sure you get that coupon. Go check it out, Circle City Tent. Now back to the PM podcast.
You know, I gotta say though, they
Yeah.
do a fantastic job.
Oh, yeah.
They did a fantastic job when it came to tinting my windows.
Oh yeah, your car looks amazing. Like I said, any company that's willing to back their stuff by a lifetime warranty,
Oh, I'll back it. I'll get
all
that
day.
100%.
It's all day because if you're giving a lifetime warranty, like you are ensuring your quality of work for the lifetime of that vehicle.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things.
I was thinking about it too. Is like now that I own my car,
Yeah,
I probably will be getting the remote start here soon.
you need to, dude. It's such if you get the drone, they have this thing called Drone where it's like it's on your phone. I think it's like $5 a month to use. And it's a little more expensive up front, but I can start my car from my phone. I can lock and unlock it. It'll tell me if my battery's low. It'll tell me how hot it is in the car. If I let somebody borrow my car, I can geofence it to where if someone drives outside, like if they say, hey, you're going to borrow my car and you're going to drive here to here, right? If you go outside this little area that I drew for you, it'll let me know that you took my car outside that area.
You mother.
I'll call and be like, dude, bring my car back. Like, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I missed the exit. No bullshit.
Yeah, you're 3 miles past the exit. What are you talking about? You didn't miss any exit. Where the fuck are you going? But yeah, seriously, they're a really great company, and they provide a really good service. So yeah,
I mean, that would be definitely good if someone tried to steal your car.
true. Yeah, because it would let you know. It also has like alarms and stuff like that you can add to it.
It's like, hey, Popo, follow this.
Follow this guy. Okay, so let's dive back in to the pre-wedding situation.
Okay.
You're expecting almost 300 people.
I don't think it will go past 275.
Do you think with COVID, because, I mean, you're getting married next month. Well, when we're filming this, it's August. So you're getting married really soon. And
32 days.
The quote-unquote epidemic isn't over yet. Like, people
Nope.
are still quarantining. People are still wearing masks and stuff like that. Are you still expecting almost 200 people?
I mean, yeah. I mean, hey, unless they say something that's going to ruin it.
Are you guys taking any precautions, like wearing masks and stuff like that?
I mean, we're not gonna tell people they can't. So we'll.
No, I mean, are you gonna like say people, hey, please wear a mask unless like eating or something like that? Like
No. So
Oh, man.
we'll tell them like, hey, it's like if you want to wear one, if you feel more comfortable wearing one, by all means, go for it. Actually, we're gonna probably approach it just like our church does, because I mean we're back open. You know, it's like we're still providing the masks, everything like that, hand sanitizer.
will you provide masks at your wedding?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll provide that stuff. I mean, that's pretty cheap stuff to get.
Yeah, it's not very expensive. It's
No,
hard to find.
You can buy
But-
that crap in bulk like
You
crazy.
can, yeah.
I already found quite a few.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I mean, they're starting to catch back up. It's just kind of like insane. But
yeah.
are you worried that people won't come because of the virus?
I mean, we've already had quite a few that said they won't,
Oh, okay.
which is fine. I mean, I'm not gonna discredit anybody because they don't want to come because of that.
Yeah, you just send them the registry link.
Yeah.
The registry link in the email and be
That's-
like, hey, you can't come. You kind of suck for doing that. You want to buy me something?
Yeah,
I'm
right?
kidding.
Right? I mean, that's
I'm
how
kidding.
it works, right? That's how it works.
It's like, oh, you don't want to come to my wedding? Well, hey, buy me something instead. No, I'm
It's
I'm
like,
kidding.
oh, you feel bad? No, gift. No, I'm just kidding. No,
You
I
feel
mean,
bad? Buy me something. It'll be all better. We'll make it square.
right? But no, I mean, I actually just had someone today give me a call, you know, being very apologetic, but, you know, it's like they actually just got out of the hospital for
Oh.
pneumonia.
Oh, jeez.
So it was like, that's fine.
It's like you do not
I don't.
come.
Yeah. It was like, to me, it's like, whatever anybody wants to do is completely up to them. It's not going to stop us from having a good time.
That's actually why our PA is not here tonight.
Really?
Yeah. She was around someone that had COVID. Or,
Dang.
well, they're not sure. So the story is that she had a sore throat and she'd had a stuffy nose and and dry coughing and stuff like that. And she had been around her in the last 5 days. And so I was like, you know what? Like, just to be safe, because she said that she was that person was going to the doctor today to get tested. So we will know in a couple days if she's okay. But if she's not, then unfortunately she's not going to be around for, because okay, let me preface this. She wasn't the one that was sick, but she was around someone who was. And so until we figure out if that person tests positive, we don't want to risk anything because it could potentially put all of us in danger as well.
Yeah.
And we want to keep filming and bringing content to you.
Yeah.
So, because we're basically working on a ghost crew
Yeah.
through this whole epidemic. It's basically 4 people in a room working. And then everything
making
else,
it work.
Everything else is done remotely. And we are making it work, and everybody's doing a great job as far as trying to keep up with everything. But we still take precautions where we can.
Yep.
So,
But no, I mean, that's one thing that, Betsy and I talked about very, very vividly, just for the fact that, like, it's like we understand that not everyone's in the same position we are, and we're not going to put that in, like, we put all that into perspective.
what are your views on it? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, if you don't have it now, you probably already had it at some point. You don't even realize it.
Okay.
I mean, it's been around longer than people even know about.
So for your wedding, do you recommend like older people not coming, or at least wearing a mask?
Would I recommend it?
Yeah. For like your grandparents or like.
Well, shoot. I mean,
Wait, actually, I don't even know. Do you have grandparents still?
I don't have any grandparents anymore.
I didn't think so.
So
I was like,
the closest would be like my mom, dad, stepdad, all that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
How old are your parents now?
let's see. I am 28,
Yeah.
and I'll be 29 this year. So that would mean that my mom is 58. So she's 30 years older.
Dang.
And then my dad would be 60 or 61. So
How far are you in your brother part?
5.5 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they really waited between kids.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a significant amount of time.
Well, I mean, 30 is not a bad age to have kids.
Well, no, my wife's 30.
Yeah. I was going to
Yeah.
say, it's like 30 is actually what used to be the norm.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
30 used to be the norm, but nowadays, I mean, people are having kids
Yeah.
at.
That's not true, because that's the Midwest lifestyle. We had to think that we're in this little bubble. That's the Midwest.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Like there are people on the coasts that are 50 and haven't had kids and have been married for like 4 or 5, 7 years. Like
Smart.
We are such a tiny little bubble that we don't think that like, cause like everyone I have half of my class that has kids. Half
That's
of my
crazy.
graduating class has kids, and I'm 23. I'll be 23.
I mean, I guess I could say the same about my class, but
23.
I'm a little bit older, so.
No, I mean, yeah,
I'm 5 years older.
Yeah, I know, but your class is like you're at the age where people your age are having kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's normal. But and like I said, 28, 30, like it's like, right. You're almost 30. That's weird. Are you excited or worried or nervous?
I'm actually excited.
Are you?
Yeah,
To
because
be 30?
I'm excited just for the fact that I'm gonna be, because every day I'm progressing to get better and everything. So I'm excited to see what I'm gonna be like when I'm 30.
Do you have any goals that would be upsetting if you weren't? Okay, this is actually good. Ooh, this is a good question. We're kind of going off the wedding. Okay, so this is interesting. Do you have any goals that are like you have a time, like an ideal timeline of what you'd want them to be accomplished by, that if they weren't accomplished by your 30, you'd be upset? Or at least a little disappointed?
I would be upset if I'm not making. Okay, so I would be upset if by age 30 I have not begun the process of building my own house,
Okay.
because that's how progressive everything's going.
So kind of like what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way.
Like actually calling like a builder and having a home build specifically to your specifications.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't done that by the time you're 30, or at least started that process by the time you're 30.
I would say starting the process.
Well, no, building a house is a long ass process. Ellen and I took. Well, okay, no, it was kind of easier than that, but
Well, for me, it's if I can start the process, as in like, all right, I'm going out, I'm gonna buy the land. Like I found the
do you want land or do you want to go to like a developer?
land.
You want to buy land.
Yeah.
How much do you want?
Not sure yet. That's one thing that Betsy and I haven't really talked about yet. I know both of us want land.
Have I ever told you what happened? Like how Ellen and I bought a house?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Ellen and I built our house through a builder called Arbor Homes.
Yep.
In Indiana, they're like the last stick built. Like they manufacture houses, but they're like one of the last home builders that manufacture them stick build. Every other home builder prefabricates walls, so they have everything built in Canada, and then they bring it down and then they assemble it.
Huh.
It's like IKEA on steroids. Like the walls are already built, they're already laid together. You just got to put them on the foundation, lay them up, and drill them together.
Dang it, Canada.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So Arbor actually measures, cuts, precise everything. Like they are the last stick build home mass manufacturer in Indiana. And so it was funny. We weren't even really looking for houses. We were just like, we're going to go in here and kind of see. And someone who was a friend at the time had mentioned, hey, we have a realtor that can maybe help you out. I'm like, okay, we'll reach out. And we met with her, and she kind of showed us Arbor, and we went to just sit down with this guy. And we're like, okay, we kind of like this. Give us like a day to talk about it. Like, let's just talk about it and like give us the weekend. I think it was Friday when we talked about it. And so we talked about it and we walked in the next day and we put $500 down.
The next day?
The next day. We walked.
So Saturday you guys came back in.
So Saturday we came back in and handed them $500 and they built our home on $500. That was it. That's all we needed. It was insane. So basically, he said, we were thinking like we have to put like 2% down, 3% down, like because when you build a construction, like when you build a home and you have land,
yeah,
you have to buy a mortgage for the land, and then you have to have a construction loan.
That's right.
So you have to have 2 loans, and then once your home's completed, you can refi, combine those loans, and have one mortgage. But until then, you can't. You have to have a construction loan and a mortgage for the land.
Okay.
So ours, it's all wrapped into one. We walked into the builder. We chose the plot that we wanted our house to be built on because they had like a section of land. They already had the land marked out. We chose the land that we wanted. Said, yep, we want that one. And then he's like, okay, that'll be $500. We're like, what? And he's like, that's all we need, $500. And I'm like, I asked him, I was like, you don't need any more money. And he was like, no, we just need $500. And I was like, you're going to build our entire home on $500. And he was like, yeah. I was like, so what do we do? And he's like, you pay me $500. We build your home. You pay closing costs and down payment. You're done. I was like, what?
How much was down payment?
Like $9,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
And our home's worth like $240. I'm telling you guys a lot of private information. It's whatever. But I mean,
cheers,
dude. $240,000 buys you a nice home in Indiana. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, it does.
Especially where we live, it buys you a nice ass home in Indiana.
And if you look at like Hawaii or California,
oh, it's expensive as hell. Like
it's like 240 is like
240
a shack.
240 wouldn't buy you a home in California.
Oh,
you know,
that would give you like a 1 bedroom.
You know how much?
Shack
You know
house.
how much our home would cost in California?
At least 500,000. At least.
Where are we talking? Los Angeles? Or are we talking like south, like towards San Diego, or north?
I'd say San Diego.
San Diego, this house would cost 1.2.
This house?
This house, well, this house, our studio, how many bedrooms? Okay, our studio would be, because my house would be 1.2. This house has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, garage, den, like office, sunroom, patio. This house would probably cost you 2.4.
What?
Yeah. In Los Angeles, this would be a $2.5 million home.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. like a 900, like I found a home, because we were thinking about moving to Los Angeles at one time. We found a $900,000 home that was going to cost, it would be 950, I think, and 954. It would be no bigger than this first floor. That's how big the home is. And you had like 3 bedrooms all on one floor. It's insane.
That's stupid.
Yeah. So anyway.
Stupid.
Any Hoosiers. It's crazy. But yeah. So building a home, it was easy for us, and then we just came back and we did it. Anyway,
Any Hoosiers.
I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited for you to get married and see what goes on, and I'm excited to interview you post-marriage. I'm gonna wait like a month, let you live together for a little bit and see what goes on, and then I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions.
Sounds good.
With that being said, guys, that's all for this episode of the PM Podcast. If you like this episode, make sure to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, or watch it here on YouTube. If you're watching it here on YouTube, make sure to like this video so we can keep bringing you fun, silly, good content like this. With that being said, that's all for this episode of the PM Podcast, and we will see you next time.